All right, and after much worry and trying to get here, we're finally live. So we're going to give it a second, let people know that we are live and online. We've had to change things up a little bit from what we normally do. Justin's a little bit frustrated tonight.
Well, as we investigate, will depend on my level of frustration.
Yeah, there's been
hey Hallie
some issues the last couple of weeks getting our video and audio
out of nowhere. Like nothing of my stuff has changed.
Yeah. So, Denise, what is going on? How are you guys doing?
It may take him a little bit to reply. So.
It's good. I know there's a little bit of a lag anyway. We're going to allow time for people to get online and kind of check out what's going on. We have some big things to talk about tonight. We also have some big things to pray about. So please, as you're getting online, feel free at any point throughout tonight to give us some items you want us to pray for. Looks like we're probably going without music tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things that's having issues is we're not able to hook up the microphones.
Well, one of the many. Can you guys hear us okay right now? Is the audio clean enough to pass for government work?
It is. I think so, because you're saying is it a conspiracy? I think it is. Facebook's trying to lock down our stuff.
I don't know if it's self-inflicted or I don't know.
Part of it might be that we're using some of the same equipment that we use on Sunday morning, and it might be the way it's set up or whatever.
Possible.
We're not
I know
sure
first couple weeks it was fine, and then last week it just decided it didn't want to behave.
All right, they can hear us, so that's
Everyone
good.
said we sound good.
Okay.
I am glad, Alan, that your
working.
Jesus chicken was good.
Alan, what exactly did you order today? I want to know. What did you order today from Chick-fil-A that tasted so good? And did you use the mobile ordering? For me,
He
that's
did. I was so proud of him.
Man.
Because, let me just tell you, short story. Okay, a few weeks ago, my buddy Alan, sorry, there you go, Joey. A few weeks ago, my buddy Alan came through the drive-thru. Well, right now, obviously we're closed and you can't come inside the dining room. So the drive-thru line is very long, wrapped around the building 2 times. And all of a sudden, someone starts screaming through the drive-thru window, "Hey, Beth, can you make this line go any faster?" Blah, 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 blah. So all of my employees bristled up like, who the heck is yelling at Miss Beth? Here it was, Alan Tackett. He's just hanging out. He's just totally kidding. But they didn't know that, so they were all bristled. So I told him he needs to use mobile. It's faster. He tried it today for the first time. I was so proud of him. He used the app. Unfortunately, I made Hallie run it out to him. He didn't recognize her with her mask on until she took it off, and then he's like, "Oh, okay." It's kind of funny.
I believe I'd have dumped his fries in the bag for acting showing his tail like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
But there was all today when they're like, "Is this the guy?" I was like, "Yeah, this is my buddy. It's all good. I promise." Grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken.
It's going healthy.
That's my favorite right now. If you get the grilled with the pepper jack cheese on it, it's incredible. So that's my favorite.
That pepper jack cheese is pretty righteous.
Yep. So,
it's hard. You know, that's still hard to beat a good old number one. Like I like me the spicy chicken, the deluxe with that golden bun and all. But man, give me a number one and that'll work every day.
See, I really like with the grilled chicken. They give you that honey roasted barbecue sauce with it.
Okay, you can do that with the fried.
I know, but the grilled with that.
That is like Chick-fil-A sauce for adults.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit more refined.
Yeah, I agree. You got to have a little more culture in your palate.
Did you know?
To appreciate that.
You can now buy 8-ounce sauces, including Chick-fil-A sauce, in a squeeze bottle. Take it home and put it in your fridge.
No, we did not know that, Beth, because we've been at the house.
I'm just sharing. You can order it
Those
on
are the
the
people
mobile
who
app.
are civil disobedient. Are probably got a boatload of those at the house.
You can order it on the mobile app. And I'm just saying, after bagging lunch for the past couple weeks and people seeing that they could buy it, we are selling them by the case. People are like, "Give me all the sauce."
So the store's selling them.
The store's selling them. Our store.
I read where they were going to be in.
Well, you can. You're going to be able to go to Publix and to Walmart and Target and buy them. Only in Florida. Sorry, anybody who's not in Florida watching us. In Florida, buy the 16-ounce bottles. But the store, you can order via the mobile app. 8-ounce bottles. Sorry, not trying to talk all Chick-fil-A.
It's like a
now she gets mad when we want to talk about sports because we're passionate about sports.
Hey,
but she's passionate about Chick-fil-A, and we ain't say a word about that.
We're talking about food.
And we
I
promise
think everybody can handle talking about food. No more sports tonight, I promise.
We're pretty close. We're trying to social distance. The problem is that we've had to go to our computer as the camera and not our main camera as the camera, so the camera depth doesn't give us a lot of room. I guess Beth could get closer to me. We're trying to have a little bit of distance when there's probably...
How ironic is that your wife of however many years is...
Well,
I'm closer than she is.
I'm just saying.
That's just a good marriage.
Like, it could be a little embarrassing. I don't want to sit on his lap.
No, it's fine. You ain't got nothing to prove. That's what I'm saying. Listen, my wife would be over in the corner. That's just the way it is, man.
Yeah.
That's a solid woman.
Justin and I are looking at it backwards, and it's hard to see when I feel like I'm going closer. I'm actually going the wrong way. So
yeah, we're
actually trying to get in the frame, and I do like this.
Exactly.
And it is frustrating
for us. It's inverted, so it looks the opposite.
I mean, I don't need help being confused as it is. This is really brain building for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but speaking of food. We really wanted to talk about some good food this week, right?
That's right. We had some big. We have a whole lot of big news coming to our small town. I know we have half Auburndale, half Winter Haven, but Winter Haven had some big news happen this week.
Woo woo. Jay Burns.
Besides the fact that they put out a schedule of opening back up,
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to that a little bit later.
That's pretty cool too. But we are gonna have a Jay Burns come to Winter Haven, somewhere on Cypress Gardens Boulevard by Legoland. I'm pretty psyched about that. Jay Burns has like great. Yes, Joey, he's wearing deodorant. But Jay Burns has some great pizza.
Yeah.
I'm not a big thin crust fan, but I like me some Jay Burns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually a couple of years ago we had a Trash Mountain event here, and they actually had a bunch of their leaders here, and a bunch of pastors were invited, and it's the first time I ever had Jay Burns, and I was like, this is some of the best pizza I've ever had. And they just announced they're starting to look to hire. They're going to be opening up. It looks like pretty quickly, so I'm interested to see how that rolls out. But Jay Burns Pizza coming Cypress Gardens Boulevard up by Legoland somewhere in the near future. In addition to, there's another thing that looks like it's about to open up.
Oh, Culver's.
Culver's is about to open up.
I'm pretty excited about Culver's.
Now, I haven't had that yet.
Oh, Justin.
And everybody has told, I know. That's what everybody's told me every time I tell them.
Okay, it's worth the drive to Haines City right now.
Are they open?
In the drive-thru. Oh, yeah. In the drive-thru.
So you say, is the Winter Haven a new store?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Okay.
They're opening it right next to that Denny's.
Okay. Because I saw where there was a Culver's there. I just assumed it had been there because I'm not on that neck of of the woods that much anymore.
No,
I haven't been at all lately.
Although we've been over to Gaskins twice since the last 2 weeks.
You know, Denise, we had something we can't. Can we show it now or no?
I mean, it's going to be a little bit ghetto, but I have it. So
isn't that just like Pizza Connection? It is similar to Pizza Connection, but
it's better.
It's a little better. And I like Pizza Connection, but it's a little better than Pizza Connection.
It's better than Pizza Connection.
My family really likes the taco pizza, and they give you these cute little packets of sour cream to put on top. It's pretty cool.
I know there's someone out there that knows the story. Somehow Pizza Connection and Jay Burns used to be connected in some way, and I'm sure there's somebody out there that could correct us on that, but I know they were connected early
Krista.
on.
We're coming to get some blueberries this week.
We are. I'm excited about getting some blueberries.
Just saw you. Pop in. Justin's like, wait.
I couldn't see.
So, but Justin, you went viral. You went viral on Facebook.
Like, low-key viral.
That's pretty viral.
So we have was it Rally Around Restaurants? There's like 10,000 plus people in this group. I'm sorry, I keep going the wrong way. And, of course, it's a food group. It's just a group about food. So I can just sit there and scroll through that all day. I'm all about that kind of stuff. People posting pictures and stuff. Well, there's a joint in Winter Haven called Gaskins that they're from Maine, and they do really good barbecue, but they also have lobster there, lobster roll. And that's one of the things, like my wife, I'm convinced if I just give her a lobster roll like once a year, like she would never leave me no matter how ridiculous I was to get. But fortunately, I'm not one to edge up to the cliff. But anyway, the lobster roll is really good. That's what I'm trying to get at. So we went and got one for her birthday, and we were in the car eating it, and I'm sitting there, and I've got this warm butter. I'm about to pour over it, and I look at my wife. I said, slow-mo video right now. And she takes her camera out, and it was just like, dude, it was just so in the moment, and I think that's why it's just amazing. Anyways, I posted it, and I'm still getting, like, notifications where people are liking this thing. I think there was, like, 150 comments, and, like...
And this was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago.
People
blew it up about, this, that, and the other. Oh, it looks like a commercial, blah, blah, blah. Well... I was a little hesitant in posting it, I think, or I was a little hasty, rather. I think I should have done my due diligence and finished the video. So I have done that now. I'm going to show it on my phone, and hopefully you can hear it okay.
Hey,
but
Ben.
this is going to be a little bit ghetto, but you'll at least get the idea. So this is the finished product. Maybe.
Hold on.
Okay. Sorry for the shaky video.
I'm just saying that kind of makes like lobster a little sexier, if we can say that on the church.
Oh,
no, man!
Facebook, just saying.
Oh no, it was 100%.
It just ups the game a little
Pure D
bit.
sexy.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
So the big news is Jay Burns being here, Culver's being here. Winter Haven's starting to show up on the map.
I know, which is good for us to eat. Not good for my business, but good for us to eat.
That's true.
Are we just not?
Yeah, I'm having to look over to Beth's computer.
Okay, I got you.
Sorry, y'all.
She's talking to all these people, and I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good. Now I can scroll for you.
So we want to know this as we're kind of getting into the heart of the show. We're going to get a chance
we done with food?
We're not done with food. Is there something else you want to add about food?
I just wanted to say something else. So we talked a couple weeks ago about Burger Bunker in Auburndale, but we didn't talk a whole lot about Adler's in Winter Haven, and we had a chance to go to Adler's again. Let me tell you, if you like fried pickles, and I love fried pickles, they have a fried pickle egg roll where they take like a pickle spear and cheese and put it in an egg roll. Oh my goodness, so good. Anyway, just had to get that.
That's another place we got to get to.
Yeah, you need to try. And I can't wait until they have when they actually open. They only have outdoor seating, so I think that'll be really cool to eat at in the winter months.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Okay, in January and February. Okay.
The one winter month we have.
We're less sweaty.
A couple things. First of all, Peter asked how much is the lobster roll.
Hey, Abby.
I think it's about $17 if I remember correctly.
For what?
I think so.
A lobster roll. Yeah, there's a Maine, which is your traditional chilled with mayonnaise, and then there's the Connecticut, which comes warm with the butter. And I'm a Connecticut guy.
Yeah.
Fried pickles are life. I totally agree with you, Abby.
$16.99, I believe, is what and it's a quarter pound of lobster meat.
Joey says you should have used Marvin Gaye for that video.
I didn't want to get flagged for copyright. All right, I'm trying to do the right thing.
There you go.
Not steal.
There you go.
So I use royalty free.
So yeah, Abby, next time you guys are down here, we're totally gonna go to Adler's because fried pickle egg rolls are the bomb.
What was it? I had the jalapeno something.
It was too spicy for me.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Egg rolls, jalapeno, and some cheese and stuff in there. It was all mixed together. It was really, really good. We love talking about food, which is...
I'm sorry.
Well, there's nothing else
food
to do.
Food is better than
Eat
sports.
at the house.
I know that, especially at the beginning of quarantine, it was kind of like, let's go out and support all the local businesses.
But we actually have been cooking at home a lot more.
The last 2 weeks.
It's friendlier on the budget.
Yeah, it's friendlier, and it's healthier. If I eat out at all, I don't want to eat healthy because I want to try all the foods that are out there. So it's healthier to eat at home. There's something I've heard referring to lately, the quarantine 15. Have you guys heard that? So
I feel like I've eaten, but I mean, like we will have those meals every now and then. But I was talking to my wife. We've actually ate better. We're not like for me. I'm usually I like to graze, but I haven't been doing that, and it's frustrating. I don't know if it's because I'm just sitting at the house, but I ain't really losing no weight. So I guess I'm just ready to go eat some groceries again. If I'm gonna not lose weight.
Yeah,
I agree, Abby.
Yeah.
Last week they kind of dominated the conversation and talked a lot about sports. So I made some promises to some of my friends
got the Last Dance.
That nope.
Man, and I'm kind of sad. Like we got here and we've been really busy trying to get the video working. So I don't even think Justin realized what I'm wearing today.
No.
A gator shirt?
No.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Jordans?
I'm wearing some
He's
Jordans
wearing some
in
Jordans.
honor of the Last Dance. I said I won't talk
about it.
about
I just watched those two today. The latest
new ones?
two. Oh.
I haven't watched 4 yet, but I watched 3.
Good.
Really cool stuff.
So good. That was the one about the worm.
Yeah, 3 was the worm. Yeah.
As nuts as that guy was, and I remember thinking he was just such a clown back in the day. But I didn't realize how much to hear Jordan talk the way he did about him was pretty
right. Yeah, that season when Scotty wasn't there,
right?
He filled that role.
Big
It was
deal.
incredible. Food are still better than sports, but barely.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: you can eat food while you watch sports.
It's true.
Sports is a conduit to allow us to eat.
Yes, but we said we want to get on the sports tangent, so we'll
right,
stay for tonight. We'll stay away from that. We want to know, though, like it's because Justin already said we crossed over into talking about. So we're gonna shy away from that now. But I want to know this because this came up this morning. I know Alicia shared it on Facebook, but it seems like in the last week. The novelty of this whole quarantine has worn off. And people, I feel like in the last couple of days, people are like, all right, I'm over this. And slowly, cities are starting to kind of warm up to we're going to start opening up some parks. We're going to start opening up today. Pinellas County opened up the beaches, or they said they're going to be not opening up the beaches in the next couple of days. So slowly they're starting to roll these things out. But I know Alicia shared this, and I woke up this morning thinking about that man, I'm missing that connection, that chance to celebrate with people as they have these different events and whatnot. So what is the thing that you're most looking forward to returning to normal? And do you think it's really going to be normal whenever all of this is lifted? So what do you guys think? What's the thing that you're most looking forward to, man, if we could just get past this?
I think at first you're going to have some people that are gun shy, and I mean, that's fine. I get it. Then you'll have some people who are just going to probably just, you'll never know. We went through this as far as, they're, I don't want to say they're not being cautious, but some people will be a little more relaxed than others, which, again, that's fine. As far as looking forward to, though, it's funny because we're sitting there at the house, and I'm just like, I'm ready to get out of the house. And then I find out, like, I could possibly be going back into work starting Monday. And I was just like, dang, I ain't going to get to be here with y'all.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you have one, you want the other. Reminds me of a girl with curly hair that wants all the straight hair the other girls have, and then all the girls with straight hair want curly hair. The only reason I know that's because my wife
is a hairdresser.
I know way more about hair care and hairdressing than probably any straight guy you know.
Thanks, Mom. Can't wait to hug the grandkids and their great-granddaughter.
Not you.
No, I'm just whatever. I don't rate. Thanks a lot.
You don't get
That's
that.
how it goes, man.
I don't rate anymore. I see how it is.
Yeah, you get the back burner.
The beach and Disney World. I don't know that Disney's going to be open for quite a while. Just FYI. Taking a shower besides only washing your hands? Okay. Hopefully you're still showering. I'm just saying. That's kind of grody, but we still love you. Vacations. I know. I'm ready for vacation too.
Crystal,
but
I'm wondering, is anybody like planning vacations as if you're still going to be able to take vacations this summer?
Well, we're going in October because we were supposed to go in March and we got hosed on that.
I know. And we saved our vacation time this year for a wedding in May that has now gotten postponed.
Jahid, our son, was getting married in May.
Yeah.
And he's had to postpone it to sometime next year. That's really we're really bummed about that. And
he did so all the way to next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I know people just don't know. They're like, we're not sure when.
I know another guy that I'm friends with was supposed to get married early May, and they're just gonna go do like a little small, just something. It's not gonna be what it was because I was gonna like help him, do sound reinforcement and stuff. And it's
is that just for the family, Alan? I'm just asking. Sunday after the pool
I was
party.
about to say, Alan's
just
inviting
saying.
us
I mean,
over for a
we
pool
can do
party.
church wide if you like.
Just don't walk in through his gate without saying anything. He really don't like that.
Okay, got it.
I feel like there's a story that needs.
Oh,
to
there
be
is.
told. Do you feel
Girl
like sharing?
weekend trips. That sounds like fun.
Yes. You want to share that?
I mean, we were all swimming, minding our own business, and all of a sudden, it just someone was just there in the yard, like just out of nowhere, and we're like, "Hey," and it was real kind of just like, huh? And I guess later he's like, "Come on, man, you got to at least like holler or something."
Yeah.
Appeared.
That could be.
I mean, if he would have been Bigfoot, he would have got shot.
You just said Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah.
I bet those grandkids miss that.
Yeah. Sorry, it takes us a little while.
I know. So that's one of the things that I'm excited about is being able to drop Zachy off at my parents and say, "See you later. Keep him for the night or two."
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to go back to school, so they can keep him longer. Just let me know, Mom, how long you want him.
Yeah. But our people like I feel like again, Winter Haven just announced. If you didn't, Winter Haven announced yesterday that they have a 5-tiered plan to begin to restore things to some sense of normalcy, and that beginning as early as this Friday, which is May 1st, they're going to begin opening up some parks, and then after they open up the parks, it's going to be more parks, and like initially, it's not going to be parks that have playgrounds and stuff where people would congregate as much. But the next couple weeks, all that's going to open up eventually by the end of May.
Don't ask, guys.
Pools will open up, and even the field house, which I know for Chick-fil-A, that's a big deal when the pools open up.
Yeah.
I mean, when the
field house
opens back up.
July. That's gonna be busy.
Mhm.
Or June 12th.
Yeah.
Not July.
Yeah.
June 12th.
So let me ask y'all something. Do you feel like being, of course, Beth, you're still going to work fairly regular. I'm working from home, and my wife is. We're pretty much cooped up in the house. I mean, we go
I'm
out
not. I wish.
Monday. We went to the Auburndale Trail and walked almost 3 miles, and that was great because it was gorgeous weather. But I mean, we're trying to find stuff to do. But even that was just an hour, and then you got the whole rest of the day at the house. One thing that my wife and I have found is our sleeping schedule is completely jacked. Like, she used to be in bed and snoring by 9 o'clock. Now, last night, it's midnight, and we're just sitting there just wide awake. And that's like, I guess we got older than that, where we don't stay up that late no more. We ain't cool like that. So, my wife has this pet peeve. She hates when I like to watch TV at night, and that's how I wind down, and I'll put the sleep timer on. I have mild tinnitus, so I want a little bit of noise so I don't hear that ring in my ears. But she hates it. I could have the volume on 2, and she's like complaining it's too loud, whatever. So anyway, the other night I was up, and it was like 11 o'clock. She was trying to go to sleep, and she was frustrated because she couldn't go to sleep, and she wanted to. And I remember she had been quiet a while, and I had been sitting there watching TV. I don't think I had moved. And this is, I think, part of the whole, you've been married long enough, you're comfortable with each other, and there's no filter. She rolls over and goes, "I'm going to leave you if you don't stop watching TV at night," and then rolls back over. And I literally laughed out loud like you guys did. I literally laughed. Bless her heart.
Goodness.
And we have the privilege of being in group with you guys on Monday nights. I hear some of the stories like this on a pretty consistent basis.
Don't worry, we won't share all the stories, Justin.
I mean, hey, I ain't scared.
Man.
I changed the name so
Justin's throwing out all the dirty laundry tonight. My mom says she sympathizes with Allie. That's probably true, Mom. Sorry.
Yeah, just hysterical. But I haven't heard a whole lot. Are people? I don't know. Are people planning vacations? Like, are we thinking we are going to return to some normalcy? And here's my biggest question, because we're gonna get into in a second what this means for the church. I want to talk about that a little bit tonight. But one of the things that we've been trying to guard
Dustin.
is that we don't want to jump into this until we can do church like we're supposed to do church, and we'll talk about kids and all that stuff, what it means. But can we even do church? Like, are we going to go in and say we can't shake hands anymore? Like, some people are saying we're going to stop shaking hands altogether. Do we think that's realistic?
No.
You're still going to hug everybody because that's who you are.
Right. I mean, I miss that element of, and we want to be in church, and we're supposed to be embracing each other. And I don't know, but I've heard people say that legitimately we're going to have to come up with something else besides shaking hands, because shaking hands is going to be not kosher moving forward, which I think is crazy.
I'm not going to start lumping everybody.
Yeah, that's not realistic.
Sorry.
I mean, to me, that's about as realistic as saying we just have to stay in our house forever and ever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ultimately, like, we have to connect, and I think that's the physical is part of that.
My parents just said they're coming on vacation to our house.
Man, I just want to share this. As I challenge people to do is there are a lot of people that we want to connect with over the course of our lives. I encourage some do that. I just saw everybody and gave me a call today.
Oh, yeah?
And man, I haven't talked to. He came over for our golf tournament, but I haven't had a chance to just sit down and talk to him in a while. So it was really good. Look for chances to do that. Jason, man, I loved getting caught up today and kind of hearing where you guys are at, and building a new home and all that stuff was really cool.
And we've had some time, like we've FaceTimed with some friends that we don't talk to all the time, and that's been awesome. Got to show them our new puppy.
Yes.
I know last week Denise wanted to talk about dogs, and now all the dogs are gone, but I'm thankful that we got one.
We did get a puppy this week.
Clyde is pretty cute. Just saying, we're going with Clyde, not Scrappy. Sorry.
We could have a nickname. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, but
that's
our kids had 3 names. His name is Clyde. Karen wanted to call him Scrappy, and Zach wanted to call him Flash. But Mom and Dad
yes.
are calling him Clyde. Yeah.
It's still Clyde.
It's still Clyde.
For us at least.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
sorry, Misty.
Beth is missed as well. I love that.
Yeah, sounds cutting in and out a little bit.
What about now?
Tell us if it's any better. Is the sound any better?
See if it's us or on that end or whatever.
Is everybody experiencing that? Does it sound goofy for all y'all, or is it sound all right?
Oh, they have 2 dogs left. We evidently.
Does Hallie know you're putting that out there? Just saying.
You get in trouble.
Okay, maybe. I'm glad it's better. We are
We're
speaking
up. The problem is we want to get the computer enough away.
so you can see
You can
us.
see us or hear us.
But
You
you
can't
can't
have
hear
both.
us as well. We're going to work on these bugs, hopefully, at some point. But I got to share this story. Denise is commenting in on the dogs, and we picked up our dog this week, and I love him. He's so cool. Today we're trying to do the potty train thing, and so we had him outside. And all of a sudden, there was a pretty big snake. And it was only a rat snake.
Oh, you gotta leave them alone. They're good.
Right. They're really good. And it looked like he probably had a dinner right beforehand. He had
nice.
He had a big gut
So he's
there.
sluggish. You probably go out and play with him, and
Right,
he'll be really aggressive.
But literally, my dog's only about this big, and so he went over and he saw the snake and he started playing with it. And I'm just thinking, I'm trying to
I
get
don't know
him.
if a rat snake would try to eat a dog or not.
I don't think he would. He was kind of trying to ignore the dog, but Clyde's out there just wanting to jump in on it, and I'm
And
like,
he
get
is-
over here.
He is
And he
not
doesn't.
ferocious.
He
No
doesn't
clue.
listen, and so he hit underneath my grill, which is about where the snake was, and he's hiding under my grill, and I'm like,
So you gotta reach
"Get
your
out
hand
here,
under
get out
there?"
here." So I'm reaching under. Next thing I know, this snake has lifted its head up and he starts to climb up my grill, and I'm like, no, sir, don't get out here, and we finally let him go. Meanwhile, my 6-year-old
Josh.
son wanted to jump right in and go and find the snake, and we got some really cool. I'll show you some pictures later. Some really cool like wildlife pictures in the backyard. So yeah,
No snakes.
yeah.
Zach wanted to chase him around. I just wanted to make sure the back door was closed.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little worried the past 2 days. What's today? Today's Tuesday? Yeah.
Yep.
Melania and Clyde were not being great friends, but let's say today was a lot better.
Yeah.
She was being very gentle with him, and it's funny because she's obviously has been the smallest person in our house, and now we have Clyde, and she's actually bigger than him, and it's just kind of funny to see the two of them next to each other. I'm sure you'll see pictures on Facebook in the next few days, just FYI.
Mm-hmm.
What is up? Hey, is it baby time yet, Josh? Just wondering when Ava Grace is going to make her way in.
Man.
And hey, Wags, how are you? Dog is he? He's an Australian Kelpie / something.
Mutt.
Sorry.
Heinz 57.
Just saying.
I'm like, can you start from the beginning?
No, we're not starting over.
Yeah, Jay Burns, Gaskins, Chick-fil-A.
sauce.
There's a lot of different things you
The
missed
Last
out on.
Dance.
The Last Dance we mentioned because I'm wearing my Jordans today, but that was about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
So.
And we talked about Winter Haven opening stuff back up.
Yep. And are we planning vacations? Because we would like to
Justin-
get a vacation.
Justin and I
do
did
have-
not
okay.
plan on wearing Gator clothes on the see night.
I missed the memo.
I
I
laughed
do
when
have
I-
a Gator shirt. Thank
When
you
I
very
came
much.
in, I laughed that he was wearing a
So-
Gator hat. I said I almost wore a Gator hat that we would have really
My
been
bad.
made fun of.
It's fine. You get made fun of something. You made fun of
Right,
something worth.
right.
You know.
Yep.
Definitely a Gator fan.
Yeah.
There's a difference between getting made fun
Just
of and
look at the
haters.
memo.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, Jason's a huge Gator fan as well. Obviously, asking for Beth to wear some Gator gear, so I don't think he's making fun of
I
her
know. No.
at all.
Sorry, bud.
So,
What else?
what else? I want to talk about church in a little bit, but is there anything else that
Trying to think if there's
any
anything
questions
else
you guys
pressing.
have? You know, we're here. We can't do music tonight, unfortunately. So, we do have a couple things we do want to pray about.
We were going to do the church clap, too.
We are going to do it.
One time only. We were going to do it.
Church clap.
But the window
and
is
for
just
King
not
and
there.
Country. Church clapping for King and Country
Yes.
are going to happen tonight,
Yes.
and Need to Breathe. Like those three
So
things.
sorry.
God
Bud,
didn't want it to
We're gonna-
happen, so
we're
we're
gonna
going to honor that.
They're totally making that up. That was not at all the plan. But Joey just thought as long as it's not Bam, and there's a couple of people
People are saying go
that
Gators.
are not going to be happy about that.
Sorry, Alan.
Alan said he wants us to win the East so they can win the West, and we can beat each other.
That'd be a
That'd
great
that'd be
SEC
really-
championship game.
This year is going to be really, really
Yeah,
exciting.
I think that would be an awesome game to
yeah,
hope for.
assuming there is.
And let's be real, if you're anybody that's not Alabama, that's who you want to be.
Right.
I don't think it'll be working next week either. I'm not sure, Joey. Sorry, but
Listen, Denise said, how about someone singing a cappella? She didn't say who. So with that being said, I feel like that is my invitation to begin singing a song.
Please.
Have at it, bro. That is all you.
I got my fan over here saying "Have at it,"
Yes, sir.
and then
I'm gonna
this
encourage
one's
her.
saying, "No, there's no way in the world that's going to happen."
Mm-mm.
So, Beth, would you do church clap with me? Why?
No.
Oh man. So, man,
Is there a way to make this go down automatic?
I don't think so. I think because we're live on that one, that's not allowing us to do
Yeah.
that.
That's dumb.
So,
Sorry.
yeah,
I mean, it's fine. Just
Justin's not messing with the computer. He's just trying to see what
yeah, I'm
everybody's
trying to
saying.
keep the comments so I can know what's going
I'm
on.
having to glance
It
over
just
here
says
and
new
read it.
comment. Do something about it.
So let's talk about a couple things as to he's gonna get it now live on his phone. He's gonna be looking down the whole time. Let's talk about a couple things to do with church. First of all, Abby wants to know what is church clap. Can
Church Crap is a Lecrae song. That's not happening, just saying.
Joey every week of our live stream has asked Beth to sing church clap every week.
I'm not that color.
So far, it's not happening, but we're hoping at some point if the church opens back up and we know this is our final Tuesday night thing. Something that should go away. This is our final. That I'm hoping whenever we announce this is the final one that Beth will on our way out sing church clap.
Not happening.
No, probably not. I tried, Joey. I tried
I'll
really,
send you
really
a link
hard.
to the song, Abby.
But as we deal with church, obviously, if you're following what's happening at Ridge Point Church, we are first of all in the middle of a series all about the character of God. We've talked about things about how God is immutable, He's unchangeable. We talked about the idea of God being eternal. That's part of the reason why He doesn't change is because He's eternal. He created time and space for us, not for Himself. He's above that. This week we talk about Justin. I thought about you when I was planning the series. And I'm like, man, if there was a week that Justin could kill it, we're talking about God's sovereignty. And I just know in your theological background and where you're from, like that's something that's rich and powerful. And I thought, man, so we're talking about sovereignty this week. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Man, now you're going to make me go home and have to change the set list. I'm building it up like that. People will be like, oh, he talked him up, and that was terrible.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't think that will happen.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Another prayer request.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely be praying, Alan.
Yeah. So, and as Alan shares a prayer request like that, we're talking about how whether in seasons of good or seasons of challenge, God is absolutely in control. And we're going to ask the question at the end of that message about we believe God's fully in control, and here's why God's in control. Then why does God allow? Why does God make bad things happen, or at least seeming bad things, as we deal with personal issues like Alan just shared, or as we deal with corporate issues like coronavirus? Like why does God allow those things to happen? I saw one pastor this week teaching, a really strong, solid pastor teaching that God created coronavirus and what that means. And so we're going to break down some of that stuff. So I'm excited to be able to share that content and what that means. But the second thing I think that everybody's kind of waiting for, and what Alicia shared earlier today, saying, man, I can't wait to come together. Right after that, I saw someone share an article about how the number one thing that people are looking forward to in our country is returning back to church. I think over 30% said that's the first thing they're looking forward to is being able to come back to church.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So with that, we've been talking about this for a while, not necessarily putting a date on it, but what are the indicators of things that we're looking forward to, or looking forward to before we can make that decision at least. And one of the things that we feel strongly about is that obviously we want to be able to make sure that church is a safe place for people to come, especially when it comes to our children's ministry area. We could set up church right now and say, hey, we're going to social distance, keep families apart. And adults can understand that a little bit. I think I'd have a hard time not shaking people's hands, but we would learn how to make that function. But kids aren't going to be able to understand social distancing. So because of that, we want to wait until we feel it's safe for kids to return, knowing that kids are going to run up and greet each other and hug each other. So I know I've already heard some churches that are planning on, after this weekend, starting to go back to meeting live. We're not there yet. I'm hoping we're going to be there fairly soon, but we're not there yet where we're going to have the combined worship together. And we're not going to be there until we feel comfortable saying the kids can gather together, because we know they're going to run up and greet each other. Some of these kids, for the most part, our son has been isolated in the house for the most part for the last month and a half. When he does see any of his friends,
he's going to go crazy.
Yeah, he wants to run up.
If he's anything like my kids, we're going to need firefighters back in the kids department ready to just like.
So that's why we can't start. I mean, even at Chick-fil-A, one of the things that I sat in on a webinar the other day for operators, we're talking about not opening the playground for months, possibly. I mean, probably the rest of the year, because kids just don't understand social distancing. You can't expect them to.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think it's going to be that long, but we don't know. I love.
No, we're not talking about 2 services.
I don't think so. If that affected the children's area, we might look into that, but I don't think it would. I know churches that are talking about, we're going to limit our building to 50 people, and we're going to do 4 services.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
God bless them.
I can't even imagine.
God bless them.
What that looks like, because how do you control who goes to what service, and then if a visitor shows up, do you turn them away?
Yeah, that gets sticky.
Yeah, I'd rather say, man, let's give it a couple of extra weeks. And if you could promise me that give us 3 weeks, in 3 weeks you can return to normal and you can shake everybody's hands, I'll make that deal right now.
I don't think duct tape would hold Zach back, Joey. Sorry. He's pretty strong.
I don't know if y'all heard, but Austin's watching. I heard him join in.
Yeah.
I said, hey, Austin P. He didn't reply to me,
he
but
was real disruptive as he logged on.
I haven't seen him in forever.
But, and I will say this, one of the things that we are discussing.
Hey, Judy. Hey, Ryan.
And we're not quite there yet, but one of the things we are discussing is if we can't meet together as a large group, we would love in the short-term future to begin to launch our groups back out. To say, if they start to give permission, and everything I see, it's pointing towards small groups to be able to start meeting again. If that starts to happen, I think that 2 things. Number one, we'll have our existing small groups say, hey, if you guys are comfortable, and some people, because they have some of these pre-existing conditions, might not feel comfortable, and we're fine with that. But if you're comfortable going ahead and meeting, small groups probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about that. So I'm excited. I know our small group has been meeting via Zoom on Monday nights.
Which is cool. I'm
it's
so
cool.
glad to see
it's
everybody.
Something. It's definitely something.
It helps make the week pass, but it's not the same.
No.
I was struck with this thought this morning that I've loved the way that the church has adapted to use technology, as society's adapted to use technology over the course of the past couple of months. But online community is no substitute for real community.
Not even close.
And I think if nothing else, the one thing I'm most hoping we take away from this is that we all know that we have become technologically, we're consumers when it comes to technology. And now that we've been on technology so much the last couple of weeks, like I'm ready to come home at the end of the night and turn off my phone and turn off my computer and not have technology. So I'm hoping that's a long-term takeaway, that maybe God did give us this season to say, you guys are so crazed about technology. I'm going to give you so much technology that you're going to be sick. Who's sick of Zoom meetings right now? Like, it's necessary.
All my work stuff's through that. I had to attend a webinar on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like in the Old Testament when the people were whining about the manna, and God said, all right, have some quail. Mm-hmm. And they were just sick on quail.
Yeah.
We're doing Zoom interviews.
Ooh.
Yeah, like interviewing people over Zoom.
How do you read someone that could possibly be in their underwear?
I mean, you're having a conversation.
Because like there's body language and stuff you can't pick up on over.
But it's actually worked out pretty well. Like, it's a good first interview, and then if we like them, we can bring them into the store. Yeah, but at least it's a good initial. Trying to do this whole social distancing thing and still keep a business going.
Speaking of this, I saw an interview. I think it might have been this morning. I'm not sure about that. But everyone's working from home. Even some of the national press is working from home. And I think it was on Good Morning America this morning. There was a guy who was doing an interview. He was one of the reporters for Good Morning America.
Oh, the shorts?
Yeah. He's in. I think he had on a shirt
and
a sports coat. And then he had on. Now, he thinks they were shorts.
It could have been them real Daisy Duke running shorts.
I mean,
if it was, that's what they were.
During the portion where he's talking,
he looked naked.
I mean, it just shows the waist up.
Right.
But right as they're about to break away from the interview, he kind of turns and puts his leg up a little bit, and you see like the black shorts are like up here, like looks like he's wearing his skivvies.
Yeah.
Like it really, and you're like,
no thanks. I didn't need that picture. Thanks.
Yes. so he said, he's like, hey, they were shorts. Like he put something on Twitter, and then later on he humored that to it. He's like, wow, I didn't know how much thigh was showing. So he's made humor of it. So if you watch the video, it's funny.
Wow.
Marco Polo, I get that, Abby, too. But I'm just ready to see real people. Like, I'm going to work and I'm seeing my coworkers, and I love my coworkers, but I'm ready to see my family, friends.
Now we're fighting over whose group is better.
Yeah, I may have started it. Sorry. Just saying, I'm a little biased.
Yeah, but here's the other thing is that I know there are a lot of people. Actually, the funny thing is Diane just commented. I had a chance right before the quarantine took place to visit their group. And so the last group that I've been in was actually to go visit Diane's group. So that was really cool. Joey said, what's a skivvy?
Get out of here, you Yankee.
Drawers, okay? His drawers.
I don't know how to ask what sweet tea.
Explain it. Hey, Megan.
So, but the other thing I do want to mention is that I know a lot of people that are engaged right now are people who are in groups. But if you're not in group and want to be in a group, because if we're talking about a couple weeks until we can meet together as a church, if you're not in a group, we'll make room for you in a group, or we'll start a group specifically to be able to connect more people. So if that's something you're looking for, just email Chris at ridgepointchurch.org. And as groups roll out, we'll make sure that you get connected, because we want to, as we start our own slow process of returning to some semblance of normalcy, we want people to be able to connect as much as possible.
And it comes full circle if we start groups first.
Which we are. We're
probably going to start groups
feel pretty
first.
confident.
Okay, so we're going to start groups first. We eat at groups. So just saying, how we started off talking about all this food, you're going to get to eat at a group. I'm just saying.
It always comes back to food.
We had quite that discussion last night with our group on Zoom, and yeah, I've already called out some people of certain items that I want them to bring. So
yes,
just saying.
So, all right. You guys have any other questions about any of that? Feel free to do so.
Any other prayer requests? We've had a couple come in.
I know it takes a little bit of a pause for it to load up. So if you have anything you want to add, feel free to do that. We're about to enter into a time of prayer before we end this. Tell Kyle I'm ready to see him as well. Abby, we've had a chance to FaceTime with you guys a couple of times, but we miss you guys for sure.
Pretty sure we're still where we were, right?
I know.
We ain't going nowhere. Not trying to blast nobody, but
Yes.
Zach just misses Bo. Although he really does want to come to your house and go down the slide on in your backyard from your deck, FYI.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt. Pray for your mama, Joey, definitely.
We appreciate that, Judy.
Thanks, Judy. Okay, and Crystal's cousin, Kenna. Cervical cancer.
Oh.
Joey's mama, cervical cancer. The Dexter family. Dustin.
Yeah. And the Connor family.
The Connor family.
Oh,
yep.
Right.
Yep.
Maybe Ava's coming up.
Yep. And Karen's up for craziness to be over.
Know, Karen. We agree.
I agree.
Abby said, Justin, I'm laughing out loud. Touche.
Tries to tell the truth.
She can't argue with that.
Oh, just because we miss y'all.
All right. Well, you want to start praying?
Sure.
All right.
God, I just thank you so much for tonight and for the opportunity that we have to come together, despite technical issues, despite the internet, that we can get together and we can just worship you even in our talking and in our praying, God. I just pray right now that you would be with all the requests that were mentioned tonight, God. I pray that you be with Crystal's cousin, Kenna, God, as she's going through cervical cancer, going through a cancer scare myself. I know that that's hard. That's not fun. God, I pray that you would just give the doctors wisdom as they're treating her, give her family peace, God, wrap your arms around them, and let her know that you are loved as only you can do, God. And be with Crystal as she comforts her and reaches out to her, God, as she goes through this as well. God, I pray that you be with the Dexter family, having lost their father, God, and as the son's getting ready to go away to play football in the fall. I can't even imagine. And we know that only you can give a peace that passes all understanding, and only you can give that peace that helps us through difficult situations like this, God. And I pray that you would just be with that family as well, and that you would help to comfort them.
And God, I just want to just begin by thanking you for simply being who you are. God, I was touched this past weekend as we're relating back to this message of understanding your character in our life, that it isn't that you have a character for our benefit. You have a character simply because of who you are. And God, in Psalm 100, we're taught to enter your gates with thanksgiving and enter your courts with praise. And the idea is we praise you for who you are. We thank you for what you do on our behalf, but we praise you for who you are. And so, God, as we talk about topics like you being eternal, we talk about topics like you being unchangeable. God, I thank you that in a world that everything else seems to be shifting so much, we can count upon you to be there for us, to be solid, to be our rock, our foundation. And it's upon that foundation that we build our faith. God, I know we have some people going through some challenging situations right now. God, we've been praying for Joey's mom. We continue to pray for her. God, I know a number of people in our families. I pray for my dad as he's been having some health issues lately. God, I pray that you just intercede on their behalf. God, give them strength, give them health. God, even as we pray for those needs, I want to pray for my buddy Dustin. I know he's in the hospital right now, and his situation seems a little bit more serious as he'll be going in for a heart catheter tomorrow. God, I pray that you would just provide for him. I pray for the doctors to have wisdom. I got to know how different it is to be in the hospital in this COVID-19 world where it means that we're alone. We don't have people with us. And so, God, I pray that tonight you comfort him, give him a peace that Beth mentioned, a peace that passes all understanding. God, I pray that in the quietness of this moment, God, that this can be a season of his life where you're drawing him closer to you. God, restore his health. Give the doctors wisdom as to what they need to do there. God, as we want to pray for those that are in need, we also pray for those that have exciting moments coming ahead. God, we pray for Josh and Amanda and the boys as they get ready to welcome a daughter into the family. God, what an exciting time. And so, God, I pray for everything to go smoothly over the next couple of days. God, we rejoice with them in what you're doing in their family's life. God, continue to bless them. God, give us wisdom and discernment as a church. We have some big decisions to face. God, I thank you for the way you've guided us in the season. We've been able to, even in this quarantine world we're living, to make some changes and to push forward. And so, God, I pray that as we get ready to look ahead and see what the next step looks like, God, I pray that you continue to give us discernment and all of that. God, bless us right now as we get ready to go our separate ways. Give us strength and peace. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So, I see some other things popping up. So
Yeah, we'll definitely keep praying for those.
Yeah, man. I just want to thank you guys for connecting with us on Tuesday nights. In the last 2 weeks, we've had some challenges, and yet people have stuck with us. And man, we love being able to come together.
Yeah, we miss you.
Yes, we come together to worship, to pray, and also just kind of have a chance to talk and hang out. So I look forward to Tuesday nights, if nothing else, just being able to hang out. And
So I have a question,
yes,
and I'm hoping that they can answer in the comments. Like, I like that Justin and I have been doing worship and singing songs, and you guys throwing stuff on the fly, other than the Betzel family. But, you know, they're pushing our limits a little bit. We love y'all. But my question is, do you want us to keep that up, or do you like the format of just the three of us chit-chatting and, you know, shooting the breeze? So let us know what you prefer, and we'll see what we do next week. We might change it up.
You never know.
I'm
also
saying.
looking forward to the time. We're going to invite some visitors at some point.
I mean, next week is a big week.
Yes.
Just saying. Be prepared for next Tuesday.
Yes, next Tuesday is
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, boy.
We might have to bring, right down the road, Justin, tacos, my friend.
See, I'm more of the other side of the road than my friend tacos. I'm not making that up. That's what it's called. My friend.
I know. They have a split.
That jam, that's where we go.
Love y'all. Love y'all. I know, and we love the music too. Absolutely, I agree with that, Denise. But I'm just saying, it's kind of fun just to sit here too. Or maybe I'm just excited to get out of the house and see somebody's face other than my family. So even if it's Justin's face.
Maybe it'll be a thing to keep pushing them to go outside their comfort zone.
All right, we'll see y'all Sunday at 10:10. Stay tuned for anything else going on. Y'all have a great night.